Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be doing a full tour around the Sumerset house. So in case you guys, I didn't mention this at all, but we're actually on holiday at the moment at a Sumerset house. We arrived on Friday and we're actually leaving today, and it's Monday, and we're leaving in about an hour or so. So I'm going to get the house recorded. This is another one of those big houses. So we've been to these 4 big houses before. Our first one was in Norfolk. We went back there in 2021. Didn't do any videos, but I did do a video on this inflatable pumpkin inside an indoor play area. That was around that area, and we were in the house on that day. The second one was in Cheltenham. We went there like last year for my auntie's birthday. That was a bit like the Halloween one. I did do a video around it. I did record it, but I didn't post it on YouTube. The third one was in Manchester. We went there for Christmas. We were supposed to go to a different house in Christmas, but then the house we were going to go to wasn't available, so we had to choose a different house. And that was in Manchester. And I did make a couple of videos while I was in the house, but I don't think I recorded the house. And now we're in the Sumerset house, so I'm going to do a full tour on everything. So this is the front garden. So the one in Norfolk had a big garden. The one in Cheltenham didn't have a big garden, and the one in Manchester didn't really have a massive garden at all. So this one has a big garden. It reminds me of the Norfolk one. Here are the shoes. Plant pictures. Here's a table. Okay, so here's the first room. I was actually just in this room for my introduction, but so this is the living room. This is the room that I haven't been in much. We have the TV up here. There's a few TVs in the house. This is the first one. They've got like not fireplace. Got this painting. Here's the front. This is a full family house. So this is the 4th house we've been to. I did mention that at the start. This living room is good. In the Norfolk house, the living room, there was like the living room, I don't remember what that one was like. The living room in the Cheltenham house, that was, like, toward, I don't remember, I think it was towards the kitchen. The living room in Manchester, that was a nice living room, and this is the living room here. Now we're going to show you the next room. Okay, so this is the next room. So we go down here to like this hallway, and we have a couple of rooms. So the first room is the pool room. In the last house we went to, the Manchester one, they had a pool table and an air hockey table. This one just a pool telescope, and here's the pool. I didn't really play pool, but I do know some family members did. Here's some benches, a nice table. I'd like to spend time in here, but I never really did, and I don't think I will. Here's this is the kitchen. Very small kitchen. We got this outdoor area. I didn't come out here once, but we have table tennis, a bunch of benches, and then like a way to the garden. And I think there's like football out there because there's like nets. That's this room. Here we have 2 rooms. They're locked. This one, I think there might be stuff in there. So here's the next room. So we have a bunch of coats up on the wall, and this is where we hang our coats. And then we have the first bathroom. This is the bathroom. The bathrooms in the last few houses, I don't remember what Norfolk was like. Same with I remember Cheltenham, there was quite a few. But the ones in Manchester, I don't remember how I reviewed them. This is like a cupboard. And this is the toy room. There was a toy room. In the Norfolk one, there was a toy room. where we could watch Hey Doggy, but I didn't really watch it. And then there was a not sure about Cheltenham. Not sure if there was like a house in a toy room in Cheltenham, and Manchester didn't have one. So this is the toy room in here. Got all the toys up here, books, the star. We got this, like I played this a couple of times. Here we got like here's my phone. I was watching Pencilmation, and the lamp. Here's the outdoor area. I don't know how you get to this, but that hose was like leaking water, and then there's like a house. There's a TV here. The reason there's chairs over here is because we were playing the Mega Drive. You guys remember the Mega Drive? I've actually been playing it this year. We've played lots of games. We've been playing the Bonanza Bros, one of my favourites, and some other games that I've never played before. For example, like Bomber. Then we have like some other chairs. Now we're gonna move to the next room. Okay, so here's the gym. We've never had a gym before, but in the one in Manchester, before the house that was cancelled that we couldn't go to, they had a gym there, but we obviously didn't go to it because obviously that was an art house. Obviously, there's lots of posters. So there's like about a few posters. There's like Back to the Future at the back, and Venom, and like here we got the like here with the machines. This one I'm a bit confused on how. I think I know how to use it. We have a fridge here. Very weird fridge. I didn't know it was a fridge until yesterday. And there's nothing in there. There was stuff in it yesterday. This is the kitchen. Now touch more bacon. Okay, so that was the kitchen. I didn't speak because I didn't want them to hear me. This is the other living room, I believe. There's a TV. And then there's like a bunch of stuff. And this is what this room looks like. Didn't really come in this room much. Anyway, so this is the first level. Now we're gonna go up to the top. Okay, so as we go up to the stairs, the Norfolk one had 2 stairs to go up to the top. The one in Cheltenham had 2 stairs to different levels, and the one in Manchester had only 1 stair, but there was like different floors on the way up. This one only has the 1 stair that leads up to 1 floor. So, and then there's a gate that you can lean. So starting off, we have this like giant mirror with like here's the first bedroom. There's a bath. I don't think this is a bath. There's just a locked room in here. I don't know what there is in there, but there's quite a few of these locked rooms actually. I don't know what they're for. But yeah, this is one of the first rooms. There's a bathroom, but I don't know if someone's in it. Okay, no one's in it, but this is what the bathroom looks like. Bath here. This bath reminds me of the ones they had in Cheltenham. They had very similar ones in Cheltenham. Here's the next room. Okay, so again, like the kitchen, I didn't speak in that room because there's people in it. So coming down here, we have 2 different rooms. So this is some of my cousin's bedrooms. So you have 2 beds here and the bath. This is like a cupboard, like downstairs. The bathroom, which has no toilet roll in it. This like light actually moves. And there's a light. And then I'm going to the top, which I haven't actually been up here once. But this is like, there's like this thing here. This thing actually moves. Yeah, it moves, but this is the bed. My cousin sleeps up here. Not Finley, my other cousins. And we go downstairs, and this is an interesting room to come up. Like, we go up here to like the top room. I like that. They didn't really have this in some of the other houses we've been to. And then we into this room. My sister and her and my cousin sleeps down here. It's next to each other. Here's the like a look out here. So that's what I was talking about earlier, like the hose. And then there's the garden. There's something really cool in the garden, which I'll show you later. We have a light here. Then we have the thing. Now coming up, we have my room. My room in Norfolk, I was supposed to be sleeping with my friend, with the voice actor, and Finley, but then I ended up being put with, well, I was supposed to be sleeping there, but then they were arguing, so I just had to sleep with my mum. And the one in Cheltenham, we weren't allowed to pick. We weren't allowed to pick who to sleep with. We just had a randomizer, so I had to sleep with my mum, which really sucked about that house. Then in Manchester, I slept with my cousin, and this one I'm sleeping with my cousin. Again, like the room next door, they have this, which I think it's the same thing underneath it. Yeah, same thing. Here's the bed. Been a nice bed. However, the time we've been in this house has been really quick. Like, we were told, like, when we went in the Manchester house last year, we were told that we would come into this house for my auntie's birthday this year. And it's been really quick. But I definitely do like this, my bedroom in this house. And now leaving this room, we'll show the main bathroom itself. Here it is. Yeah. Now we have this. This is my mum's bedroom. And then we have the more lights. And then we have the other bedroom with like the blue flowers. This is what I was showing you earlier, the table tennis. Don't know if the football is out there. It looks like, I don't know. And then we have the bathroom. Don't know why it took me a while to spit it out. And then we have this area here. This area sort of reminds me of the Manchester house. There was like an area in the Manchester house, and this really just reminded me of it. Yeah, so this is all the things in the house. However, I'm not done yet. The garden is the only area that I haven't shown you yet, and I want to show you what the garden's like. So here's the garden, the last area of the house. So half of my family are leaving now. So some of my families are leaving now, so I'm gonna have to be quick with this. So over here we have a bench with the table and the barbecue. We didn't use the barbecue obviously, and then there's another like chair over here with like the greenhouse, and then there's a hot tub. The hot tub was really good. There was a hot tub in Cheltenham, but we didn't go in it because it wasn't allowed for people under 16, but we did go in it, however, and that really sucks about that one. But this one we went in. We have the benches here. Here's the big grass. I came out here last night to listen to my music. Obviously I do it most nights in Low Farm, but I didn't actually do it until yesterday. We have some swings and like some slides. The house next door to us in Low Farm actually has these, but it's very different. I didn't actually go on these swings at all because they were very big for me, and they were also quite wet. And then we have a swimming pool over here. There's some stuff back there. They have a swimming pool here. The swimming pool's not open. They had a swimming pool in Cheltenham. There wasn't a swimming pool in Manchester, and Norfolk, I don't think there was one. Then we have a cooker, and now we're going to move on to the final area of the garden, and this is what I was talking about inside. This is so cool. It's like a house, but it's so cool. So this is really cool, and I was going to plan making a video with my gumball teddies, but I didn't do it. So we have like this is our happy place with like a BT signal and some lights with our clock and the wires and like this, and then we have a kitchen with like a fish market, and then in here we have a couple of stuff. We have a lot of ice in that one, and then here's the kitchen, and then we have these two posters with like a chair and the table, and then we have the bathroom, the shower, sink, and then the toilet, and then those things, and then the dark, and here it is. That brings it to the end of the Sumerset house. So how would I rate the house? Now, in my opinion, I really enjoyed this house. I know perhaps it went really quick being at this house, but especially the fact that, well, this part of the garden is really cool. Now, is it bigger? Now, it's bigger than the Manchester. I believe it's bigger than the Manchester house. I'm just not sure. This house and the Manchester house, just can't decide, because the Manchester house, obviously, when you walked in, you had to open 2 doors to get in, and then you had like the kitchen, the living room, and the games room to go in, and then there was also like another living room, and then you had to went up like some stairs to get to the first floor, and there were some bedrooms, and then you go up some other stairs to get to like the last floor, and then you're at the top. This one I'm not too sure about. I believe they're both the same level, but I do believe that they're both smaller than the Cheltenham house, and I believe the Norfolk house is the biggest. Like, I definitely believe that the Norfolk house is the biggest. Yeah, so this is the house. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully we'll go to another big house soon. Yeah.